Fuck the freak.
And it wasn't a fun game. That was just a way to scare the children. Yes, and the other thing that he would do as well, which is potentially the worst thing he would do, as a punishment, he would drown them for short periods of time.
What?
Yeah, not winning any Father of the Year awards.
Where's the mum in all this?
I don't really know where the mother is. There's few and far between facts on this guy, and the information that was there, well, it was a very lengthy police document, which had everything in. And it was the actual police document from like the courts, and it had Latin words in it and law words in it, and I didn't understand it.
Right, okay.
I'll be honest with you, I did not understand it. So I picked bits and bobs out of it that I could see. And obviously the police weren't concerned about where the frick his mum was, so there wasn't in it. But yeah, his grandfather was also a grade A dick, because when his dad would leave him to stay with his grandfather would rape him time after time.
Fuck.
But yeah, no, bad times. I mean, I don't see why I don't believe there is a correlation between child abuse and children becoming murderers. Just as much as I don't believe there is a correlation between homosexuality and being a murderer. Mm-hmm. I just want to reiterate that, because they are two, well, obviously, we are an LGBTQ plus true crime podcast, so we're talking about people who are potentially gay, people who are gay victims, people who are gay murderers, and again, just people. I think we've got to do this every sort of 5 episodes or so. Just to reiterate, I don't believe there is a correlation in any way, shape, or form. Same with child abuse, though, as well. I want to add that onto it, because this seems like a running theme. I definitely don't believe there is a correlation between child abuse and people becoming murderers. As we've said before, unfortunately, too many people get abused as a child, and they don't all become fucking psychopaths. So we jumped ahead a few years. He's having a horrible time as a child. On February 18th, 1984, Ricky marries a beautiful, voluptuous, lovely lady called Mary Frances. She was one of the first people to treat him like a real human being. So obviously he sort of took
a shining to her.
Yeah, took a shining. Ricky apparently felt that she was the closest he had ever had to a normal family, which is quite sweet. The marriage was the marriage. This is language. English is my first language. English is my first language.
I thought gibberish was.
Gibberish. Oh, yes, that as well. The marriage started to deteriorate after actually about 2 months or so, apparently. So it wasn't a long time before it started to deteriorate, because Ricky became a bit suspicious and thought that Mary was seeking sexual gratification at the hands of other gentlemen. But I think that was just his suspicion. I mean, if you've grown up and you've not really had... This is my pseudo-psychologist.
Yeah.
Let me put my pseudo-psychology hat on. If you've grown up and you've never really felt loved or felt wanted, and everyone who you have loved has betrayed you or done wrong by you in some way, shape or form, you're probably getting suspicious of everyone, right?
It's kind of like your mind is set sort of thing into that sort of way of thinking.
It's going to be really hard to shake that off.
Understandable.
Yes. The next bit, not understandable. It's all about how you deal with things, Alan, really. It's all about how you deal with things. So Ricky was pretty bummed out about these thoughts he was having, and he began drinking a lot and going on long drives to escape.
Okay.
You used to go on long drives.
Yeah.
So you understand. And obviously drinking a lot and...
I didn't drink a lot. I didn't go on long drives at the same time.
No. I was going to say drinking a lot and driving a lot. Those are two things that, of course, don't really mix well and should not be encouraged. So one night, Ricky had been on a long drive and went home. And then when Mary got home, she found him in the living room, fully turned up, I believe is what the kids on the street might say.
Horny?
No, turned up is like fucking pissed, man, like drunk out of your mind. So he was super, super drunk. And he pulled a knife on her.
Oh, fuck.
And raped her. which is, like I said, it's all how you fucking deal with things. And this is not how you deal with suspicions of someone cheating. Right?
Oh, that's such a shame.
It is. I mean, it's not... there's no information there whether or not she was or not. I'm going to just, for the sake of it, assume she wasn't, and that's just his paranoia. But yeah, so that fucking sucks. Huge, huge time. Ricky, after doing his dastardly deeds, then passed out. Mary grabbed her belongings and left, never to return.
Good.
So yeah, she did what anyone should do in that situation. Not stay, not make excuses for the person's behaviour or anything. Definitely get the fuck out of Dodge.
Good.
A couple of weeks later, though, Ricky did meet another woman by the name of Sharon Dollar, which sounds like a drag queen name, right?
It does a little bit, actually, to be fair.
Sharon Dollar. I'm Sharon Dollar. Ain't nobody sharing my dollar. That's what the name tagline could be.
What is it? What Trixie and Katya do? Please welcome to the stage,
Sharon Dollar. But this lady, unlike a drag queen, isn't a mystical, whimsical creature of comedy and laughter. She's the
opposite.
She's a real bitch. She's a real bitch.
Okay.
Ricky and Sharon's first night together was apparently a wild cacophony of cunnilingus and methylated spirits. Though, why are you laughing? Those are definitely not my words. Those are not my words. Well, they are my words. You caught me. It said, the real facts said wild, like hot sex and drinking. I wanted to turn it into my own way.
But methylated spirits as well, though.
Yes. Cacophony of cunnilingus. A cacophony of cunnilingus. How fantastic does that sound? For all the ladies out there. A cacophony of cunnilingus. Do you know, Alan, by the way, that I am the moderator and owner of the Facebook page Cunnilingus? Do you know this?
I don't
Do you know? I own the page for Cunnilingus. So if anyone likes Cunnilingus on Facebook, I'm the man who made it. Although I did spell it wrong. So we only have like 8 people who are into it. So essentially the Facebook page is for people who are illiterate bad spellers who also like Cunnilingus as well. So the actual one that's been spelled right, if only I'd spelled it right the first half. Fuck, I could have sold that page for thousands.
How many of...
To BuzzFeed. I don't know, I think they've got like a good few thousand. I've got like 5. 3 days after Ricky and Sharon were together, she asked him to move in with her, and he said yes. So they're moving pretty darn tootlingly fast.
That is fast.
Although Ricky was happier with Sharon than he had ever been in his life, his drinking problem that he had started off earlier continued to grow. It's like Pringles. Once you start with that shit, very difficult to shake. Once you're an alcoholic, you're kind of like that for life. You're an alcoholic for life. One night in the middle of hot, passionate sex, those weren't my words, because you know I would have put some poetic language in there. Middle of hot, passionate sex, Sharon pricked Ricky's penis with a needle, longing for the taste of blood. Why do you sound shocked at that? Like it's a strange thing?
No, I thought she was like infecting him with something.
No. By the way, it is a bit of a strange thing. I was joking. You don't have to go along with the things that I'm saying. You can say you can tell me, because it is a fucking weird thing to prick someone's penis with a needle without their consent.
What about it's in the like the bell end or the shaft or whatever?
It does not say.
Because imagine it was on the bell end, it would have proper hurt.
I'm assuming it possibly was, or maybe on the skin. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was on the tip. Maybe. Well, she's sucking it to get the taste of blood out of it. So she's not going to be
assuming on the bell end.
She's not going to be challenging herself and going right down to the base of the shaft, is she? Because she's going to have to get that whole thing in. I don't know how big it is. Probably titty, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
She's gonna have to delve deep to get that blood. If she's putting it there, she's going to put it on the tip. That's a bit strange.
Maybe that's the goal, though. She puts it right at the base of the penis, so she has to go all the way down to get the blood.
She's like, I want to work for it. Ricky at first, and understandably, objected to the pain, but it was too late as she was already sucking the blood from his penis, relieving his pain. It's a bit sort of sadomasochistic BDSM sort of thing, right? Not my thing, but as long as you are safe and consensual and have been tested.
Yes.
That is the clincher with this particular fetish. Be tested. Flea boots. Suck on the fucking bloody one. So this paints a good idea of their relationship, right? It's a little bit freaky-deaky. The first victim of Ricky was a teen by the name of Jeffrey Davis. So this is where things get a bit grisly. And things start to spiral very quickly from this point.
Okay.
Ricky had met Jeffrey before and invited him to hang out with him since Sharon was out of town. The two went for a little drive, and Ricky made a stop to take a pee. When he returned, he found that Jeffrey was in the passenger seat masturbating, which is fine. It's fine.
Okay.
That's fine, right? It's a bit...
Each to their own. But
Yeah.
you couldn't just do it just out of...
He probably
You'd have to
got
have some sort of,
signals, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
some
what I'm
signals.
thinking. You wouldn't just do it out of the blue, would you?
Well, wouldn't.
I'm feeling a bit horny. Let's just start whacking one off right now.
In the car.
Yeah.
Maybe. Jeffrey politely and courteously asked Ricky if he'd like to touch him. Because, of course, if you're sat in a car and you're eating some Reese's Pieces and someone walks over, it's only polite to offer them a Reese's Pieces. Same thing if you are self-flagellating in the passenger seat. Say, would you like a piece? Ricky very rudely got mad and beat Jeffrey. So this is where things don't. This is where this isn't funny. Ricky jumped in the car and continued to drive around with Jeffrey. So he's beating him up and Jeffrey's in the other seat of the car, obviously fucking beaten and very angry and upset and confused. He's screaming. He's like, what the fuck you do that for? Why you beat me? Why are you being a dick? All this sort of shit. And then Ricky pulls over to a secluded area because he gets annoyed with all the screaming.
Okay.
If you don't want someone to scream in your car, don't fucking beat them up first, okay?
Yeah.
You can politely decline the masturbatory invitation. You don't have to indulge in it. You
can even go to the point where we just say, get out of my car.
Get out of my car, walk home. That's not on. It's gross. Go away. You could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that. That's fine. Don't fucking beat him up and drive him around. Ricky then dragged Jeffrey out of the car, beating him even more. And once he was beaten within an inch of his life, he mutilated him with a knife.
Fuck.
Once he was dead, Ricky proceeded to cut off Jeffrey's penis and toss it into the nearby lake.
Fuck.
He then disposed of the body in an area nearby. Yeah. So this penis chopping thing
comes in a common occurrence.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said his AKA name may not be the most appropriate AKA name.
Okay.
If you were to try and creatively come up with a name for it, which I won't at this stage. Why are you laughing?
Because I just thought of one in my head.
I know, but we shouldn't say. Should we say them?
No.
No, let's not. Good call. On September 20th, 1980, Ricky and Sharon Dollar got married, as we mentioned in the opening.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yes. One night, Ricky was driving along the road when he spotted a woman hitchhiking. So, by the way, these victims aren't just men.
Okay.
He pulled over to give her a ride, and the woman stuck her head in the window and said her name was Montana, which is a fantastic name, by the way. Another kind of drag queen name, right?
Yeah, but it's also just a normal name as well.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know, this actually wasn't her real name. She was a topless dancer, and she was... I have her real name here.
Okay, topless dancers do the same as drag queens, and you get a stage
Yeah, they
name,
fucking get
so.
$1 million. Yeah, because you want to protect yourself, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course you do. You want a stage name. Yeah, her real name was Betty Jo Monroe, and she was 28 years old.
Oh, I like that name.
So who's pretty? Yeah, it's really cute, right?
Yeah.
Betty Jo.
It's
My
very
name's Betty
American.